Hello and welcome to Black Amethyst Oracle. This is Carmen. Today I am looking into how you make them feel, the energy of the connection, what they need from you, what they might want you to know, and what they might hope will happen between you. This could be someone on your mind, someone that you have been involved with, want to be involved with, or potentially even someone that you don't know about yet. So, you'll probably know if you know, and maybe there'll be some surprises. For each group, I have 3 crystals or stones and some oracles beneath, which I have already drawn, just to sort of infuse all the energies here, and hopefully you can get that hit on which one's yours. And you can, if it doesn't feel like it is, you can try another video. You know how it works. This is group number 1 here with blue kyanite, tourmaline, and celestite, and I'm using the Transire deck. Here in number 2, we have labradorite, honey calcite, carnelian with the intuitive night goddess tarot deck. And for number 3, quartz, lepidolite with pink tourmaline, and black amethyst on the wild unknown tarot deck. All right, I'll insert a little close-up action shot for you, and we'll see you at your reading. Hi to group 1. Let me show you these oracles and get into the energy we're dealing with here and see if it feels right for you. We have from Heart's Eye, love. I have talons from the Hollow Valley deck of symbols. Nature from Cosmic Laws. And seaweed from Dirt Gems. All right. Okay. So the connection here that's coming up is very much about core love, like essential, down to the primal, basic love, like the essence of what you are is reflected in this connection. The essence of what you know, everything that you want for your life and in all of your romantic visions, so to speak. This is the type of connection that helps probably both of you find your place in life and realize your purpose and realize what it is you want, both for yourself, but also in a connection and in a partnership of any kind. So what you would want to learn from a person, what you want to teach a person. This is very, very deep. This is very like divine in nature. There's a guided component. There's something that feels very serendipitous about the meeting that you have had or may have. There is an element here, though, of someone holding back. There's someone being on guard, and someone being a little wary of something, possibly because it's too good to be true, and also for a multitude of other potential reasons. You know, anything from we could be dealing with people who aren't quite in the state of mind to embrace such a love or such a place in their own hearts, and that's tricky. But the good news is there is very much here a divine timing element. Like, just as I said, there's a piece about, you know, the serendipitous nature of your coming together. Like, it feels divinely guided that you would cross paths and find each other in this lifetime. There's also a divine timing aspect here. This, as natural and beautiful as this love and this connection is, or, you know, is at its real spiritual space, it is also not necessarily going to just come easy, be easy, stay easy, you know. It just, there's a feeling here that it's not quite the right time. I almost, I want to say that there's just a taste, you know, there's a taste here, and a knowingness that you can recognize something that was meant for you, but it's also, you know, there can be, it can be quite painful to not be able to just have something that feels so right, you know. So we're gonna have to look into this a little bit more deeply, and I think with this set, I'll just go into tarot. This feels like, in many ways, a connection with someone that you have crossed paths with, but it definitely can still be someone who's near you and potentially coming in soon that you haven't met yet. But this person will have an energy of hesitation, to be quite honest, even though they do recognize everything that you do about it as well, in their heart and in their spiritual core. The connection resonates and reminds them who they are, you know, just as it will you. And they will be needing from you the same thing you're needing from them here, which is this sort of reflection of, like I said, who you are, and just a reminder and this beautiful sort of gift to you both that will help you in your journey of self-discovery and what it is that you want from this life here. Heavy stuff out the gate here with number one. Let's take a look at some tarot. I'm going to ask some very specific questions. I would like to start with just another confirmation of the energy of the connection, maybe how it's currently presenting. That's number one connection. That's number one. What's the current? What's the energy of the current state of this connection? Current state of this connection. Okay. There's a decision. That's judgment. There's a decision at hand. Regardless of whether you're together or separate, there seems to be a decision about what to do. It's like when something is presented to you, and it's just on a silver platter, you know, it can feel really overwhelming to make that commitment, really. So I get the feeling that there is a decision at hand about what the next move is, what the next stage is, and or even potentially, I want to say whether or not there is a next stage, but I will be honest, the feeling that I get here is, even if you are in separation with this particular individual, there's a strong feeling here that this is not over. It's too powerful to dismiss, quite honestly. Okay, let's just get to the heart of the theme here. How do you, group one, make this person feel? Ace of Swords. You bring to them a sense of understanding and clarity in their life that has otherwise not been so immense, you know. Like there's just a knowingness. This person recognizes you. I feel that feel they've known you in another life, if, you know, if that resonates with your beliefs or theirs. Ace of Swords speaking about, you know, here I think something appearing, something happening that, you know, that just was completely unexpected, but absolutely recognized, you know. You make them feel like they know you. You make them feel like you know them. There's a feeling between you that you probably both feel that is, I just keep wanting to say recognition, soul recognition, you know, like clarity, and I want to say understanding in the midst of things that are difficult to grasp and difficult to understand. How does group one make this person feel? The Empress. You make them feel abundant, you know, like the Empress speaking of like fertility and abundance, you know, you make them feel like life can be greater, like more, they are worthy potentially of good things, like possibly for the first time this person has felt like, wow, you know, can I really have something, you know, meaningful and beautiful, and is this really true? Is this true for me? Is this happening? Is it something that is possible? You make them feel cared for. You make them feel attractive. You make them feel, this is gonna sound a little cheesy, but you make them feel like, you know, smelling the flowers and looking up at the stars and embracing all of these beautiful natural elements of existence. How do you make them feel? Group one makes them feel. And we have the World. You make them feel like anything is really attainable and possible. You make them feel like capable, you know, you feel like they get the feeling with you that they could have more meaning in this life. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. You make them feel like I dare say somewhat complete, but coming in here under the talons, I wanted to reiterate, there is also a little fear behind something that's intense. There's a fear of losing it. There's a fear of being wrong. There's a fear of not being worthy. Despite how much you make them feel like a worthy individual, how much they feel like a lucky person to have been gifted you, they feel like you were brought to them by, you know, something divine, and they don't, they want to believe that, and then yet at the same time they're nervous about really just throwing all of their faith behind this. Okay, what would they want you to know? What would they want you to know? What does the person want group one people to know? King of Swords. They're working on this decision. They're working on making sense of everything in such a way that they can feel in control of of their own, you know, life and heart. Like, they don't want to just hand that over. They want you to know that they are very much trying to make sense out of everything, and just be able to own the decision. They want to feel right about it. They want to feel powerful and supported by, you know, by the odds, I have to say. They're trying to hand over some of these more esoteric, or like, you know, more out there kind of feeling, some of these more dreamy energies around the connection that are just sort of too good to be true. They want to sort of hand that over into logic, and have a rational approach to everything just being correct in the real world, you know? Okay. And what might they hope will happen between the two of you? What do they hope? What do they hope ultimately for between you? Five of Swords. They really want to end this conflict, this internal conflict that they're having. They don't want anything to stand in the way. They want to be able to, if they're going to move forward with you, they, you know, they want to figure out a way to smooth out all the parts that felt rocky, all of the, or feel rocky, or, you know, might feel like they want, there's this energy here of just wanting it to go well and not be painful. They're very much afraid of fucking it up. They're afraid of problems that everybody has. I don't think this person is in a fantastic place for you know, for some of the ins and outs of being in a relationship. I mean, this is indicated here. You know, nature, seaweed, and love are all speaking of this great power and this connection, you know. But the talons alone, this is just harkening back to that for me. Like, I'm trying to describe what I'm getting in this energy is that there's a fear around things not working. I think this person may have self-sabotage tendencies, if that makes sense to you. Okay. I'm going to just kind of go over each of these one more time. Let's talk about this decision, this Judgment card, this decision. How are they handling this right now, this decision? How is this person handling the decision making? We have a Five of Cups. It's stressing them out a bit, to be honest. They're hopeful that, and they trust that they're going to figure it out, but there's definitely a little bit of I just want to say stress. Like, there's just a little stress about it. But there's hope. They feel like if they just have space and time and can take the moments necessary to go within, that they will be able to come to this decision. All right, and we're talking about how you make them feel, this clarity, this recognition. More about this, please. Oh my goodness. These cards are a funny weight. This Ace of Swords. Tell me more about this, the way you make them feel, the way... This is the High Priestess. they recognize you as a sort of magical person. You know what I mean? Like they see you as someone who's got a better grip on all of this stuff, but also there's also a feeling, I gotta say, like they're so captivated by you that there's a part of them that sort of wonders if you've put a spell on them, or if you you know, have been trying to manifest a situation between them. There's just something so magnetic between you that this person is just still just can't quite completely trust where that comes from, and that's part of the hesitation. And if you've seen any hesitation, it's part of what it is. It's just this sort of like bewilderment, you know, like I would say. They see you as really powerful, and they think you're actually powerful enough that you know, maybe you have put a spell on them. They feel they cannot get you off their mind. They can't let you go completely, and they wonder if you've, you know, sort of infiltrated their energy in this way. The more paranoid part of them wonders if it's a little bit manipulative. I don't think they're necessarily holding it against you. They're just trying to get their head around what it is. And as far as this abundance with this Empress card, what do they feel you're adding to their life? What specifically do they feel you have added, or will add, or would add, could add to their life? Dropping. Adding to their life. In what way? This is the Seven of Pentacles. Just absolutely adding an element of feeling like anything they give you will kind of like multiply and come back. You know what I mean? Like they definitely get a feeling that with you, if they love you, you will love them even better. If they give you support, you will give them unwavering support. Like they very much feel that you are the multiplier of the goodness, you know? Does that make sense? Like, you know, that you're the one. They see you as so powerful. They can't help but see you that way because they can't believe how they feel. And I get the feeling it's difficult to digest, but okay. So then let me see more about this World card when I was asking how you make them feel, and I'm talking about you sort of complete them, but you know, just that things are possible, and how specifically do they see you? Knight of Cups. They just see you as romantic and generous, and just they see you as someone who is offering your heart, and it's the most tempting offer. It's so tempting, it has a devilish quality, you know, like there's just something. This person is just really struggling with how good you seem and how good you feel, and believe it or not, you know, it can just really bring up a person's own issues about whether or not they have what it takes to sustain the interest of someone so fascinating, you know? All right. And this King of Swords here, I was asking about, see, I did this all funny, so I'm like, what was I asking? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just ask a different way. Tell me more about what this person wants. What does this person want? Oh, what do they want you to know? Yeah, tell me more about what they want you to know. What do they want number one to know? Ace of Pentacles. They're trying to figure out, and they'd very much like to be able to do this with you. Feel like they are bringing their best. They want to feel they're bringing their A game, you know? They want to feel like what you two have will grow and grow and grow and only go up from here, which is a little daunting because it feels so up inside, you know, in their heart. And then more about, you know, they don't want to screw it up, but can I have just a little bit more about what they want to happen? What does this person want to happen with one? Eight of Cups. Yeah, they've got some sadness. You know, when we're asking about what they want to happen and we're getting a Five of Swords and an Eight of Cups, and this is, you know, you don't want sadness and conflict, right? Like, you don't want to be able to just like, these sort of like less pleasant experiences. When I get cards like this in that question, what I really think is that that's what they don't want is for you to leave them. There's a lot of fear in this person that's showing up here. And like I said, this goes with this. There's a lot of fear around an energy of self-sabotage, of feeling like they're going to screw it up. They screw everything up. And this feeling of, you know, just not being able to hang, like not being able to contribute what you do, not being able to be enough, to be good enough to add up to more the way you do. You're this very abundant Empress, this very powerful High Priestess, this you know, this amazing sort of love and good core feeling in their heart, and they're just sort of in a weird place around, you know, feeling confident enough to do it. And that's basically like kind of what I'm getting. You know, you make them feel incredible things. That's without question. I will, for fun, use the psychic radio to look at it, you know, since we're looking at how you make them feel. Let's pull out some lyrics about how you make them feel. It's been a while, I think, since I used these in a reading, except for the most recent jukebox, but that's not the same. All right. How do you make them feel? How does number one make this person feel? We have mercy on me, take it easy on my heart. You know, that's Shawn Mendes, and it makes a lot of sense. Have mercy on me, take it easy on my heart. Yeah, this is a sensitive person who's really just having a lot of difficulty digesting. Okay, another. How does number one make this person feel? I swear to God, I never fall in love. Then you showed up and I can't get enough. Machine Gun Kelly. Fits. I mean, do you need an explanation? I swear to God, I never fall in love. Then you showed up and I can't get enough. Yeah. Your appearance in their world is just sort of taking them for, you know, it unfortunately into uncomfortable places as much as comfortable places. I feel they very much love you. They do. They feel like they couldn't not. All right. How does number one make this person feel? Unbreak my heart. Anything this person is suffering from the past. If you're in separation now, they want the pain part to be resolved. But yeah, like I think that they've been hurt before. I think they've had things go wrong and they're worried about that happening again. Maybe it's happened repeatedly. They feel like that's all they can do. Maybe they just have a broken heart. They feel like a sad person. Maybe they have a depressive energy to a degree. How does number one make this person feel? All right, last one. Just give me a reason to love you. That's Portishead. Oh, this is Tony Braxton. Just give me a reason to love you. This is very much a song about a very core attraction, I'll say. Yeah. All right. And they've got to figure it out. So that's where I'm going to end this reading, and I hope that somehow you got something from it. And please feel free to let me know. And if you liked it, please like the video. It doesn't cost a thing. And if you subscribe to my channel, I'll be extra happy and eventually be able to do more for you. All right. So my best to you next time. Hi to group 2. I am going to go through your oracles. Before we get into the tarot, you have from Heart's Eye Oracle, Nourish. Hollow Valley Deck of Symbols, River. Dirt Gems, Mugwort. And Cosmic Laws, Law of Attachment. So, before we get into tarot, I would just like to talk a little bit about the energy I'm getting here. With this connection, there's definitely, with the Nourish here and the Mugwort, there's definitely something you need happening here. And there's something that they need happening here. This is very much about you finding out what you need, you seeing the way before you, you realizing your sort of dreams and needs and wants and truest desires. This is a connection that will probably bring up in you possibly uncomfortable times. Maybe some of your shadow will be really showing itself here. There's a real call in this connection with this attachment and this river for you both to enjoy the ride, not to get too fixated on how things are supposed to be. Allow for unexpected things to happen, allow for change, allow for evolution and growth together. You know, it remains to be seen whether or not you will end up together in the conventional way. This strikes me as a connection that is so much about enjoying the process of being together and what you both derive from that, that whether or not it lasts for the long term is really takes a back seat to what it can bring to you. And I mean, I think the message here is that whatever your idea of a final destination or an ultimate sort of situation for this connection may be, perhaps you may be able to expand your perspective enough to accept that a lot of the beauty in finding each other has to do with finding all the little trinkets along the way in going through the emotions together, going on the ride together. You don't want to get too stuck and caught up in, you know, just probably labels and ideals. Don't judge yourself against other relationships. You know, this is unique. You're two unique people who together really sort of accentuate what it is that you how do you say this? It's like through this connection, each of you is able to really just get a better understanding of what you need and want. And I think in so many ways you will find those needs and wants in each other. And the trick is to not be so attached to that fulfillment by another person, but to rather go hand in hand down the river, you know what I mean? Rather than, you know, put yourself in this one boat that you can never get out of, so to speak. You know, like you'll try different ways of riding down this river together. You can be in an inner tube together. You can be in separate rafts holding hands. You can, you know, sometimes you may be more farther apart, drifting down the river, but still, you know, maybe in eye shot of each other. And excuse me, my son beckoned. Yeah, I think this connection, basically the energy that I'm getting here is there's a lot under the surface with the two of you, a lot. And it's beautiful and it's meaningful and it gives you both things that you very much need. But for some reason, I think it will vary from situation to situation. I do sense a struggle with trying to assign a course of, you know, the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like there's this feeling of freedom needed here, freedom to grow and freedom to see clearly your dreams. If that's making sense to you. There's a certain inhibition at play when it's strictly pieced together, sort of like when all the parts have like limitations because it's supposed to be a certain way. But like here, this connection will really thrive with the freedom to be its beautiful self. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm using the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. Again, children, I should probably, you know, leave readings for times that my kids aren't at home, but it's going to be a little bit with school having just gotten out, and I really wanted to do this, so bear with me. I'll do my best to edit the disruptions. All right. Group two. Show me some confirmation about the current energy of this connection that group two is having or will be having. Current energy of this connection. And we have Five of Wands. Yeah, there's a boundaries issue going on. It feels like, and it just really speaks back to what I was talking about with like these more strict or these constraints, you know, that we have these ideas going into a relationship that it's supposed to be this way, and this means this, and this means that, and it's all from learned experience. But this is a situation where you are, you have something beautiful between you and your energy together that you can actually utilize to step outside of things that you already knew and grow and see. It's just about a whole new perspective, really. Okay. How does our number two person make this person feel? How do you make them feel? Okay. And it's the Five of Swords, which is again some conflict. You're giving them some internal conflict around, you know, whether or not this is doable for you both. Yeah, I think I get the sense that this person wasn't really looking for something like this. I'm not sure that they have ever experienced anything like this. I'm not sure you have, but you seem to have a lot of chemistry and a real potential to be very attached to one another, which raises these ideas of, you know, was this what I needed to do, you know? And they're having an internal conflict about what they really want. And so they're going to be in the same place as you, as really needing to just sort of relax into it. And everybody, I think, involved in this situation could probably stand to just sort of like meditate and breathe and just like really work really hard. I'm getting this feeling that this is this is a growing relationship that could potentially turn into something really substantial, lasting. But the most important thing at this point for each of you is the pace needs to be comfortable for you both, and not getting lost in one another, but rather, you know, adding to each other's lives and letting in what this person brings to you without giving them everything that you are and have. Like there's this attachment feature, you know, like you have to basically let it be. Don't suffocate it, don't smother it, you know. So anyway, this person seems to be feeling some internal conflict about this being rather unexpected and a little more intense and in ways frightening than they had imagined would be happening with them right now. Okay. How do you make them feel? How do you make them feel? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, they feel that incredible warmth between you that you may be feeling as well. They feel like there's an unlimited amount of potential between you, and this could be the thing, you know, the thing that they dared to dream of, but they're just sort of intimidated by that naturally. How else do you make them feel? Number 2 is making this person feel. Here we go. 5 of Pentacles. Look at all these 5s. Yeah, they're just, I get the feeling they're not where they thought they would be when they would be confronted with presented a situation so incredibly, potentially fruitful and inviting. So that feels so good. Something that feels so, I get home, like something that feels right. Something that when it flows well, it's flowing so well. And I think it's bringing up, this sort of lack in being able to do this healthfully. I want to dive into these questions a little more, and then I'll get to what I have planned on the other side. But I want to go back to this 5 of Wands question where I'm asking about the current energy, and because we're talking about boundaries, and let me hear something else about the current energy between these people, this group 2 situation. Current energy. Okay. And this is the Knight of Swords. I believe there's an effort being made to communicate better, to communicate to you what it is they're feeling and wanting. I think there's a real feeling here of nobody wanting to kind of toss this situation, because there's definitely something that you both feel a strong pull. You feel an inspiration. You feel like you can be yourself, and this person likes you and is attracted to you just the way you are, and you're both able to feel just a vitality, kind of like like there's a real life force awakening feeling here. And I think that because of these conflicts and this sort of surprise out of nowhere feeling that I get from this stuff, for current energy, there's this question of sorry again, there's a question of how to proceed, how to do this in a healthy way, how to not get into a codependent state with one another. It seems like this would be a prime candidate for that kind of relationship, because the energy between you is very hot, and it's very nourished. It's feeding. You're feeding each other's fires here. It would be very easy to get carried away. It's very easy to fantasize a future with this person, and I think them with you. So here I'm seeing an effort placed on communication, an effort to move forward in a good way, in a healthy way. And I have a feeling that these wands and these swords and these pentacles here, these 5s, these boundaries, this internal conflict and this feeling of like not being ready, that's probably being or been or about to be communicated. The thing that would probably come in last in such a case would be the fact that it's genuinely possible for this person to see everything with you, to see the life, to build a life and to build a home and to build a family potentially. So that's in there. And then let me go back to this 5 of Swords and how they're feeling in this internal conflict. So how is the internal conflict going? Whoops. If I could stop dropping cards. Tell me more about how number 2 person makes this person feel. despite this conflict. How about that? They feel conflicted, but the Ace of Pentacles see all the potential. Here we have the Ace to the 10. And again, yeah, like despite this conflict, you make them feel like this wouldn't be a bad place to start growing a garden, you know? Something that can really amount to something, and something that could be more than, I get the feeling this wasn't intended from the start to be serious, and it's sort of shocking you both. And yet there's an openness and a willingness to explore, because the potential's undeniable. The feeling between you is undeniable. All right, so with this 10 of Pentacles feeling, this like potential, let's look at this potential some more. How is our number 2 person making this person see the future and the potential? How are they seeing this potential? Show me something about how this this relationship feels. 8 of Wands. Yeah, they just feel like it's moving a bit fast. It was moving a little too fast. And it feels like there's been sort of a, you could be in pause, you could be in space, you could be in separation, you could be, you could just be in some tension around that. But I get the idea that there was a real, it would be, so, like I said, so easy to get carried away with this, and so easy to move too quickly, because like I said, there's a real fire burning here, and you kind of stoke that in each other. And so yeah, like there's this sort of hastiness, you know, like this like moving real fast, and I think that's a little like whoa, 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 you know. So I think that would explain wanting to kind of pump the brakes for a sec. And with this feeling unready, what else can I know about number 2's person feeling ready? What would ready look like? How will they feel ready? How will they know? Okay. This is a Nymph of Swords, which I think is a page. Yeah, it's just going to be like the good, I want to say open and clear communication, but there's another piece to this. You just really relaxing into what is meant to be. And I feel that your sweet energy, you know, your willingness and openness to be healthy and gracious is what will help them find the readiness that they need. But you need to be more concerned about your own readiness, because you guys, this could really take off and be, you know, all consuming, and in a good way, in many good ways, but also in ways that you know, like I said, there's this person has a little wariness around losing themselves, and I think that is true for both of you. So then over here, I want to ask, what do they want you to know? What would they want you to know that maybe they haven't been able to express? Okay. Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're very, very interested. They're very even to a degree invested already, but they very much want to stay in control. They don't want to lose control, and they're just worried about losing control because you really like knock their socks off. And what would they like to see happen between you? What would they like to see happen between you? What would they like to see happen between you? And we have a Two of Swords. I think they would ultimately like to get to that place of knowing the right decision, you know, feeling it is right, and knowing that the two of you can do this. There's just a sense here of, you know, that's the Two of Swords over the Queen of Swords, and it's just, I'm just getting a feeling of, you know, doing the right thing, making the right decision. Maybe, you know, the choice maybe it could be between you and the idea of someone else ever. It could be between the life that the way they think it would be with you versus like what they maybe had imagined. There are a lot of scenarios here, but making the choice that is really right and that they feel they made themselves, you know, and that they didn't just get dragged into this like addiction of you and this feeling of like codependency and attachment with you. Like they really want to feel like you're two free individuals who are flourishing in each other's company and helping each other grow and helping each other realize your separate dreams and your together dreams. This person's more of a, you know, they strike me as someone who is very, very sweet and not dumb. You know, they know what you are. They know what you know, bring to the table and what you're offering them, and they feel pretty special about it, I think. But there's just a real call to slow down and communicate well, and just let it sort of flow. And I'm going to use the psychic radio cards to just get a little bit more about how you make them feel. These are relatively self-explanatory, just lyrics. My goodness. Okay. How does our group 2 person make them feel? Oh. You make them feel. I touch myself when I think about you. I definitely felt the heat. I feel there is quite strong energy between the two of you, and I think this is exactly why they don't want to lose themselves, and they don't want you to either. Like, it's important that you guys temper it, you know? All right, and another way they feel. How do you make them feel? Number 2 is making this person feel. Oh my. You don't know my name. That's Alicia Keys. Oh, that was Divinals, and you don't know my name. That's, you know, just sort of like in that song, she's got this crush, you know, and it's like, you don't know my name. And like, I think this goes back to this 5 of Pentacles down here, where it's not that you don't know them. They just feel like it's been, you may not know them well enough. You know, they want you to know who they are before you get in and they give you their heart, and then they're like hurt because you're like, oh, you're not who I thought you were. Like it's right over this Eight of Wands. It's very much about speed, and they're just going to take a little more time. Even though you guys feel, I get, you know, this home energy and this beyond comfort, like really beautiful fire, but you know, it's like a campfire, it's like a fireplace, it's home, and it's warming, and but even though you have that, they are aware of the fact that like it really hasn't been long, and I think they're a little concerned about maybe it hasn't been long enough for you to be disappointed by them, and I think they're concerned about that. Oh, how does number 2 make this person feel? Your love is 1 in a million. They recognize how rare this feeling is, this type of connection. They recognize that. That's Aaliyah. Your love is 1 in a million. They know you're special. The last thing they want to do is rush this and you know, both of you kind of lose yourselves in here. All right, let's get one more about how you make them feel. Number 2, make them feel. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. That's Bob Marley. The real feeling that I get off of this, especially over the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords, is you know, like I said, they just don't want to, like, both of you invest and then have this not be the right thing. You know, like waiting in vain means waiting for something that's never going to come. But for here, I'm definitely getting a feeling of like, I don't want to invest in something that isn't going to work. But you know, if you are in a separated state with this person, I think they miss you. And they're kind of hoping that you guys can pull it all around. So I don't know if that, you know, resonates, but that's what I get. Please do let me know, and if you like it, if you want more, subscribe. That would be fantastic, and hopefully I will see you in this energy again, because it seems like it's not going anywhere. All right, thanks. Hello to group 3. I'm going to go through these oracles with you, talk about the energy a little bit before we get into the tarot spread. Here we have from Heart's Eye Oracle, trust. Hollow Valley Deck of Symbols, dog. Dirt Gems, sweet flag. And Cosmic Law, solitude. Okay. I'll apologize in advance if I have to do any stopping and restarting. My kids are here. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about this, this energy. Okay. I would like to say one possibility for this energy is that you have not met or crossed paths yet or know of each other, you know? That is possible. I just wanted to put that out there. There is a feeling here of you being in an energy of looking at yourself and being with yourself and doing a lot of work on yourself before meeting this person. And this is the person who is, you know, you meet and you're like, you're in my tribe. You know what I mean? Like, you're like me, I'm like you. We're going to have each other's back. real ride or die energy, real loyal, you know. And there's a piece here about, like with this trust card, about divinely orchestrated meetings, big time. And I think that may have come up in another reading today, but it doesn't matter. This is present here. This is the type of thing where you are living your truth. You're in your groove. You're in your element, and this is where your life brings that abundant sort of that love and that sweetness that you have wanted and waited for and deserve. Sweet Flag speaking about just really letting go of fears and to see everything very clearly. So it's the kind of situation, that's the type of connection where once it has happened or happens, there's just this real sense of, I want to say ownership, which is crazy to say because that's not really how we should probably be in relationships. I don't mean like control and ownership of a person, but I mean like a belonging and like a knowing that this is someone that has the same values, holds the same things dearly, and the same things will matter to you. This is probably someone who's done quite a bit of work on themselves as well, and probably one or both of you has spent time on your own without complications in relationships, and just dealing with that baggage, you know, that you get from messing around. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say. This has a romantic vibe in star-crossed lover kind of vibe, you know, like Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe. Like it's kind of just, you know it, you might know it on almost at first sight, and it's sweet. It's not necessarily, you know, like you look at this person and your first thought is like, I'm hitting that tonight type vibe. Like I'm just, for example, like this is actually a very much more sweet interaction to kick it off, like a real twinkly sweet, you know, less tingly and more twinkly, if that makes any sense to you. Maybe that's psychic speak. I get tinkles and twinkles, whatever. So all right, I wish I could give you more about this. This one is this one is a work of art. This one is kind of a divine masterpiece, if you will. Like this is healthy and sweet. This is sweet. I mean, I know it says sweet, but like, I mean, we have dog, we have trust, we have... All right, let's just do this. Let's get into this tarot here. Reason Wild Unknown. And show me the... Oh, that was the shittiest shuffle. Show me the current energy, please, Spirit. Current energy. What's the current energy of this connection? This is a... Oh, this card always trips me up. It's a 10 of Pentacles, but there are only 9 on here. And I always wonder what happened. I'm going to read it as a 10. We'll just... Oh, there's one in the middle there. Now I feel like a dummy. It took me a long time to notice that. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. Current energy. Okay. Yeah, this is either you're either having a happy time, period, or it is slated, if that makes any sense to you, slated in your stars, like in the cosmos. It is on its way to you. I cannot escape that feeling that this is, for many of you, on the verge of happening. Like real peripheral attention, you know, like put this down here. The current energy is this is a dream that is manifesting, or nearly manifesting. That is, it is actually just like taking shape. Let me get another one about the current energy. Current energy of this connection. When I say taking shape, I mean in the spiritual realm even, this could be being orchestrated as we speak. Or you know each other and you're together and it's going well. Current energy. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, it's started. It's begun. And it's new. Or it's coming in real new. That's just what I'm getting for what this is. So if that's not your situation, I don't know how this will unfold, but that's really what I'm getting. That it's either in orchestration mode in the spirit realm, like it's about to happen, or it's actually like going well and is probably pretty new with this Ace of Pentacles. All right. So how do you make them feel? Do or will? How do or will you make them feel? Ooh, Nine of Swords. Gonna make them nervous. You're gonna make them kind of anxious, and they may worry. I wonder why. Can I know more about this nervous, anxious energy? It's not good, so I want to know, because it doesn't really feel like the energy. I'm a little caught off guard myself. Tell me about this 9. Yeah, 10 of Swords. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. I think this person is, they may be feeling really worried about this not happening. You may be dealing with someone who's very, very sensitive and very, very ready and willing and open, and I think they are worried about, you know, this 9 and 10 of Swords here. This is like, this is worry and fear and ending and ruin. You have them worried about this ending. Huh. That's really unexpected. All right. Tell me more about how you make them feel. How does number 3 make this person feel? The Tower. Wow. wow, you're getting these heavy ones, you know? Like, I think you basically, another story that I'm getting here is that you have come into their life after some really rough stuff, and you know, just sort of provided a fresh point of view. And you know, when I said like solitude up here and spending time alone, like, I think you may be the first person that this person will or is with after something something quite upsetting or painful had happened. At any rate, I believe you're bringing to them a fresh perspective, a new point of view, you know, where it's just like, I thought I had lost, you know, something that meant something to me. I didn't know that I could love again, and here I am feeling like, oh, you know, like, maybe it's not like that. Maybe it's not so bad. And more about this Tower. Tell me more about the perspective that number 3 helps give them. This is a 3 of Cups. You show them joy. You show them joy again. I think maybe they yeah, I feel like this is all shaping up. I think they you've shown them a happier way, you know. You've shown them, you've made them laugh again. You've made them feel important and special again, or you will. And I just want some more about how you make them feel. How do you make them feel? How does 3 make that person feel? We have a 3 of Pentacles. You make them feel like everything's gonna work out, and that together life will be better, and things are attainable, things are achievable, things are doable. This is an energy that it seems like maybe they you know, at some point weren't so sure. What would they want you to know? Okay. What does this person want, number 3, people to know? Queen of Wands. They think you're a powerhouse. They think you're a diva. They think you're just so powerful to them. Like, you've come in and just changed everything, just made it all better, just made it, you know, you've maybe have reignited their life force even, but also like brought in some passion that was lacking. I think this person just really wasn't sure they would feel quite that alive again, and you have that power. Okay. What do they let me see what they ultimately would like to see happen with you. What does this person really ultimately want to see happen between themselves and our 3? Ace of Wands. They want it to take off. They want it to begin and be radiant and beautiful. They want to do it. you know, they want to go for it. They want to take whatever necessary action is needed, you know, whatever action is necessary for this. They are feeling ready and willing and wanting. And what would they say to you? What would this person say or tell our 3 person? What would they say or tell if they could? What do they want to say? This is the Daughter of Pentacles being the Page. That this is they feel so sweet, you know. It's just sweet again. They feel they want to move forward in the most respectful, gentle. I hear, like, you know, take it easy on my heart, you know, like I think this person really just wants. That was a song in the first reading. Don't worry about that. This person genuinely just has very gentle nature, and they feel very sweet on you, and they want to be very respectful of you and your boundaries. They want to, you know, move forward with this, but they want to, like, treat it with the utmost respect. They feel you are worthy of a very sensitive partner, and they feel that they are that person. You know, that's what I'm getting. And I want to now use these psychic radio cards I made just to look at get some lyrics for you about how you make them feel. That's the theme here. How do you make them feel, right? How is our number 3 making this person feel? Please Don't Leave Me from a Pink song. Yeah. They're a little wounded, but they've been working on it, you know, and but you can work on yourself all day, every day for a real long time, and then meet someone who just triggers it and brings it all up, and you know, they may be feeling a little afraid. And with that, over this 9 and 10 of Swords, it makes a lot of sense. I feel that they are very worried about this going the way maybe other things have gone. They see so much in you. And, you know, I hadn't said before, so I may have lost some people that this fit, but I also am realizing there's also an energy of a reconciliation in this one. And I don't know why I didn't get this sooner, but yeah, like there could have been like space already taken, and then this sort of like energy of this being like a guided and destined connection. But you know, you know your situation, but there's definitely room for that in here, where this is a second time around, or third, fourth, you know, like another chapter with this person, and they don't want to get hurt again, but they want to do it right this time, and they believe that you're meant to be together. How does number 3 make this person feel? I want to say this is committed energy too. This is somebody who really just wants the whole package. They're not just trying to mess around. They may, maybe they haven't at times been ready for what they feel ready for with you. I love you more than I did when you were mine. And again, this is coming up with this sort of there's this regret and this pain of ending, and I definitely feel that now. There's some situations where this is a desire for reconciliation, or what has started as another chapter. And I love you more than I did when you were mine. That was a Prince song, and it was done by Cyndi Lauper. They may have some regrets about maybe how they've treated you in the past, and they don't ever want to hurt you again. It's like they've realized. It's funny because that's what I was going to say about myself. Like, I realized that energy wasn't here, and I think it's really popping in right now. So, and again, how is number 3 making this person feel? We have, oh, that's funny. That's Cyndi Lauper as well. Granted, that was Prince and Cyndi Lauper did it, but if you fall, I will catch you time after time under this dog with the loyalty. This is a ride or die. This is a tried and true. This is someone who's, ready and willing and able at last, And then one more. Let me get these out of here. One more for how number 3 makes this person feel. Hold on. Don't change a thing for me. I get the feeling that this person really appreciates everything about you and the way you are. And if they ever at any point had asked you to do something different, they realized they were wrong. I feel like this is a situation also for some of the cases here where maybe you haven't met yet. This is somebody who is going to embrace you for absolutely 100% what you are and what you bring. And I get this feeling of like your existence being like this magical thing in their mind where they're just like, you exist, wow, like you're perfect, where did you come from? You're like from my dreams. So definitely a couple different energies showing up here for this one. Hopefully this resonates, and I have a feeling there are different stories here and different energies, but at the end of the day, regardless of whether or not this is a reconciliation and another attempt, or someone you haven't met yet, or someone you've just started dating and you have like I'm seeing so many situations where there's one where you've started and there's this like fear, this trigger, or then there's the one where it's like another chapter between the two of you. And again, I think there's still some people who have not met this person yet. They're on the verge of meeting you. So different energies showing up here, lots of different stuff. And I think I feel like it was a bit confused. That's on my part. I don't know if it's because my kids are here and they distracted me thus far in all these readings, and I've been anticipating that. I don't know. But at any rate, this is what I'm getting, and do let me know if any of this, feels any kind of way, and hopefully I will see you again. Like it if you like it, please, and subscribing. Oh, I hope that wasn't out of focus the whole time. Yeah. All right. See you next time.